What is the knowledge that ancient Shastras hold that can help the entire civilization? Let's find out together. Let's get into it.
The wisdom of Vedas had evolved into various systems of knowledge. Each system of knowledge is called Shastra. The sages of yore systematically organized that knowledge into granthas. Even the fine arts of India were studied systematically, and the science of arts had been developed in India. Hence, we call knowledge of dance as Natya Shastra. The knowledge of sculpture is called Shilpa Shastra. The knowledge of culinary skills is called Paka or Supa Shastra. The knowledge of prosody is called Chanda Shastra. Let us discuss few Sanskrit texts which reveal the knowledge of various applied sciences and arts. Akshara Laksha.
So, is Shastra just like a name for knowledge in Sanskrit or Hindi, or let me know. It's interesting.
Akshara Laksha is the first encyclopedic Shastra which goes by the name Akshara Laksha. The authorship of this science is attributed to sage Valmiki. All kinds of mathematics, including modern geometry, algebra, trigonometry, physics or applied mathematics, mineralogy, hydels, the method of measuring air, heat, and even electricity, geography are said to have been discussed. This work comprehends earlier discoveries by sage Kashyapa, Ganapati, Surya, Brihaspati, Jaimini, Hanuman, and others. Shabda Shastra. The science of sound is called Shabda Shastra, written by Kandika Rishi. It deals with sounds, echoes of moving and non-moving objects in creation. It also deals in 5 chapters with capturing or mechanically reproducing sounds, measuring their pitch and velocity. Lakshana Shastra. Sage Sakatayana is the author of Lakshana Shastra, of the science of determining the sex in animate and inanimate creation. Kanya Lakshana Shastra. Bhabru Muni has written about Kanya Lakshana, in which 32 marks are indicated for chastity of women. Shakuna Shastra. Sage Garga had written on Shakuna Shastra, the determination of good and bad effects from the sounds of birds, words of human beings, etc. In other words, omens. Shilpa Shastra. Shilpa Shastra is said to have been written by sage Kashyapa, and it consists of 22 chapters. 307 varieties of shilpas, including 11 types of constructions like temples, palaces, halls, are detailed. Earlier writers on this subject are Vishwakarma, Maya, Maruti, Chaya Purusha. Supa Shastra. Supa Shastra deals with the science of cooking. Sukesha is the first author of this science. 108 varieties of preparations, from condiments and pickles to sweet meats, cakes, puddings, and 3032 kinds of dishes meant for people living in different parts of the world are mentioned. Sage Rishashringa is credited with writing Malvi Shastra, which consists of flower arrangements, making garlands, bouquets, hairdos in various styles for women, writing love messages on flower petals to convey to beloved in codes. This work consists of 16 chapters. Kala Shastra. Lord Kartikeya wrote the science of Kala or time. Its time divisions into definite periods, their classification into auspicious and inauspicious moments, and the deities that preside over each are dealt in this Shastra. Samudrika Shastra. Samudra Raja, or the Lord of Ocean, is the original author of Samudrika Shastra. He noted down auspicious marks on the body of Lord Vishnu, while the latter was resting on Adishesha in the ocean. Sages like Narada, Varaha, Mandavya, and Lord Kartikeya later developed this science. Palmistry belongs to this Shastra. Dhatu Shastra. Ashwini Kumaras are credited with writing the science of Dhatuvada, which in 7 chapters treats with natural as well as artificial dhatus or primary substances, their combinations and transmutations. Alchemy, or converting copper into gold, is dealt with in this work. Visha Shastra, the science of poisons, or Visha Shastra, is said to have been exhaustively written by Ashwini Kumaras. This deals with 32 kinds of poisons, their properties, preparations, effects, and antidotes. Chitra Karma Shastra. Bhima is credited to have composed the science of fine arts called Chitra Karma Shastra. It consists of 12 chapters and expounds nearly 200 kinds of drawings. There is a section in which students are taught to redraw the figure of a person after seeing a single hair or nail or bone of that person.
Wow.
Malla Shastra. Malla is said to have composed a comprehensive work on Malla Shastra, which deals with 82 kinds of gymnastics and sports necessary for preservation of health and athletic activities, and 24 kinds of infantry warfare where hand-to-hand combat is involved. This work consists of 3 parts. Parakaya Pravesha. The revered Valakilyas are credited with writing the science of Parakaya Pravesha, that is entering into one body from.
Okay, why is this called Parakaya Pravesha and not Shastra? I'd love to know. I still have one more question, but I'll ask it at the very end.
Another body, and it teaches 32 kinds of yogas and 8-fold siddhis or superhuman capabilities like
Wow.
Anima, Mahima, Garima, Laghima, etc.
Okay, whoever knows about this particular Shastra, non-Shastra, I would love to know. If you actually read it, experienced something from it, what's written in there, I'm all here for it. Super curious.
Shastra. Agnivarma has written exhaustively on the science of horses, their auspicious marks, their physiology, breeding, and training. Gajashastra. Similarly, Kumaraswamy has written extensively on Gajashastra, or about elephants. He has given 16 methods to test various marks on the bodies of elephants. Ratna Pariksha. Sage Vatsayana has composed a work on Ratna Pariksha, or testing of gems. His analysis shows 24 characteristics of gems or precious stones, natural and artificial ones. Their forms, weights are discussed and classified into categories. Mahendra Jala Shastra. Veerabahu, the lieutenant of Lord Subramanya, is the author of work on Mahendra Jala, on the science of magic. It teaches how illusions, like walking on water, riding in the air, are made. Shakti Tantra. Sage Agastya
So he was like a David Copperfield, if you know what I'm talking about.
Is the composer of Shakti Tantra, consisting of 8 chapters, in which Mula Prakriti, Maya, and 64 kinds of external Shaktis of bodies like the sun, moon, air, fire are explained. Their particular applications are also described. Saudamini Kala. Sage Matanga is credited with composing a science called Saudamini Kala, by which all phenomena could be attracted through shadows and even ideas. He also taught the science of photographing interiors of mountains and earth.
Wow.
Megha Shastra. Authorship of science which deals with clouds is attributed to Sage Atri. This work deals with 12 kinds of clouds, their characteristics, 12 kinds of rains, 64 kinds of lightnings, 32 varieties of thunderbolts. Yantra Shastra.
What? That's insanity. That is mind-blowing. Okay, let's continue. I'm like, what? What is this? Wow.
In a work of Yantras by Bharadwaja, he explains 339 types of vehicles useful for traveling on land, 783 kinds of boats and ships to be used on water, and 101 varieties of airships using the mantra, tantra, and artificial means. And those used by semi-divine beings like Gandharvas are also explained. Sthapata Vidya. It is a science of engineering knowledge dealing with construction and planning of civil works, architecture, Vastu, town planning, and other engineering design and related subjects form part of this branch of knowledge.
Wow.
Ayurveda. Ayurveda, as the name suggests, is a science of life and health, including medicine and surgery. It is considered to be Upaveda of Rig Veda. Even in Atharva Veda, many mantras are about health. Brahma, the Ashwini Devatas, Dhanvantri, Indra, and rishis like Bharadwaja, Atri, Agnivesha, and others have composed theories on the above subject. Subsequently, Charaka collected this knowledge in his book known as Charaka Samhita. Later, Shushtuta followed him. Still later, Vagbhatta composed a work on the subject. Besides medicine, surgery, and even injections appear to have been known to them. Ayurveda treats a whole man under 8 principal heads of treatments. Pharmacology, too, is included in this category. Dhanurveda. Dhanurveda is considered to be an Upaveda of Yajurveda. The authorship of Dhanurveda, or the science of archery, is attributed to sage Vishwamitra. This work, comprehending earlier works of Brahma and others, consists of 4 chapters dealing with Diksha, Sangraha, Siddhanta, and Prayoga. Both the offensive and defensive modes are described. Missiles like chakra, sword, and propelled forms of weapons form part of it. Brahmastra, Vaishnavastra, Pashupatastra, Agneyastra are some of the missiles described in this work. The deities to be invoked, the spells to be uttered, the description of weapons, and mock warfare are all dealt with. Gandharva Veda. Gandharva Veda is considered to be an Upaveda of Samaveda. Gandharva Veda deals with the science of music and dance. It is said to have been composed by sage Bharata, comprehending earlier works of Nandikeshwara, Narada, and Hanuman. Vocal and instrumental music and dances constitute this science. The objects of this science appear to be spiritual, that is to rise in ecstasy in worship of God. Arthashastra. Arthashastra is considered to be an Upaveda of Atharva Veda. Sage Vyasa is believed to have composed a work on Arthashastra consisting of 3 chapters, in which he teaches 82 ways of earning money even while leading a righteous life. Under this head, there are Nidhi Shastra, Shilpa Shastra, and 64 Kalas, and also other physical and metaphysical subjects. The famous Arthashastra texts are Kautilya's Arthashastra and Sukraniti. There are many ancient scientific texts which have been mentioned at other places. There are many ancient Indian manuscripts which are still lying undiscovered. There are many more manuscripts which are preserved in various libraries of the world. Knowledge of these texts is lying dormant and is yet to be made known to the world. There were many manuscripts of knowledge that were destroyed during foreign invasions on India for the past 1000 years.
Acha, cha, cha. Wow, that was a lot. I thought I don't know what I expected, but I was like, the whole, can we just take this from the top? He says that Shastra are different parts of Vedas. I thought Vedas is a different text and the Shastra is a different text. Am I correct? Please tell me I'm correct. That's how I understood it. There are different kinds of Vedas, and out of that, you had different authors for Shastra. Now, my question is, why is there not all of them are called Shastra? Like I spotted one, but then many other followed, so they're called differently. And then they talked about Upaveda, Asamaveda, and this is what I'm like utterly and completely lost. Like, what is that? And like, I don't know. Like, draw me a hierarchy, draw me like a chart, so I understand where it is. Like, how does this fit into anything? If you could guys explain, that would be awesome. And also, there is this word they use, kalas. I have zero idea what that is, but this is amazing. I was so mind blown by the amount of knowledge. I mean, it's incredible what India holds in terms of their knowledge, even after a lot of knowledge has been lost and burned, but you still have just so much that has been kept. It's incredible. It's such a shame that, these things are not really well known or discovered or talked about. And obviously, like when you're in school, it's a different thing. But when you're an adult, unless you follow these things, there's zero chance that you ever come across it. So I'm really impressed. I'm like, whoa, this blows my mind. Dancing is a science to celebrate God. It's like the construction thing. I'm mind blown, literally mind blown. Do you guys know like how many? Like, is being a historian a thing like over there? Because they like they're trying to rediscover, I guess, or whatever, the Dwarka. Like, are there enough historians in India that they are looking into the history of ancient civilization? Because this is pretty epic. Like, it's just mind blowing, as I said. Wow. I mean, what a joy to be an Indian and interested in history and like doing, let's say, archaeology and stuff like that. It must be amazing. I wonder if it's like actually well paid or not, because I would imagine not. But this is fascinating. Like, you are literally discovering like things that are just so ancient and hold so much knowledge. It's incredible. It's incredible. I thoroughly enjoyed this video. I don't know about you guys. Do let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. And with that being said, thank you so much as always, for being here with me and helping me to learn about India. And if you like this video, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up, give it a share, give it a like, give it subscribe, hit that notification bell. And I will see you in the next one. Until then, please do take care. Sending much love. Bye-bye.